tank event in Oeselgem, Belgium. It's a one-time event. We of course hope it will be an event next year as well, but we have to wait and see. It's currently the biggest tank event in Belgium, and we have the only stand here at the show for all the visitors. They can buy souvenirs, original souvenirs from the Second and First World War at our shop. It's a very unique event because actually here in Oeselgem, between the two bridges, a big fight took place in 1940 when the Germans fought the Belgian army. The Belgian army was holding up the German army here to prevent them going to Dunkirk. So Operation Dynamo could be a success. So we are here under the bridge where the battle in 1940 took place, and the German compound is based here. The people brought some nice vehicles, as SDKF said, half-track. I see a Kubelwagen, multiple motorcycles with sidecar, and an Opel Blitz lorry. And over there, behind the lorry, is a German field camp where reenacting Luftwaffe Field Division is doing their thing. Right over here we have the P-34 tank from the Russian army in the Second World War, and right around the corner, he's standing still now, he was just driving before. We have the original Sturmgeschutz, the highlight of the show, still in driving order. Beautiful German tank, camouflaged in a late war camouflage patterns, and he's just driving here around the corner, trying to make some space. What a beautiful machine. There's a display from American tanks in the Second World War. You have here the smaller Stuart tank, and a little bit further the very popular M4 Sherman Tank, I think the most used tank by the American Army in the Second World War. And then on the far end there, a bit stronger and heavier tank destroyer, or the M36 Jackson, was made to counter the stronger German tanks and to try to destroy them in the end of 1944-1945. So besides the Sturmgeschutz tank that we saw earlier, this is one of the highlights of the show. It's a First World War Mark IV British tank. It's a replica from a Belgian museum. It's here in driving order. You can even sit inside, and it will take a lap on the course a bit later. It's a beautiful piece, and actually for me also the first time I see this tank in real, and I must say it's a very, very beautiful example. It represents very well what it was in the First World War, and you can also see how the tanks evolved already since the First World War and then to tanks in the Second World War. A very special Willys Jeep. Actually for me it's a special Willys Jeep because 3 years ago I got married in it. It's the property of my friend Geert, who is currently walking around, but Johan here, a specialist in German vehicles, will tell us a little bit more about the Jeep.
Well, Sander, thank you, but I'm not a specialist in German vehicles, but rather American vehicles, so not German. So indeed, a 1943 Willys MV type Jeep. Willys made about 350,000 of them during the war years between the end of 1941 and mid-1945, and this is an example of a typical Willys MV as it came out of the factory, this particular Jeep in September 1943. You can see that when you look at most vehicles, they are restored with white hood numbers and white bumper numbers, but this Jeep is marked with blue hood numbers as they would have left the factory. In fact, the blue number, you could say at today's standards, this is the license plate, the military license plate of the vehicle. It is the identification of the vehicle in the US Army. So it was register with that number, but you see that for the invasion in Normandy, the blue numbers were generally painted over in white. So a very nice, very original, correctly restored 1943 MB Willys Jeep.
So maybe not a big vehicle, but certainly a special vehicle. Johan himself brought his bicycle, and he will tell us a little bit more about it.
Okay, this is probably one of the rarest World War II US Army vehicles around. When you go to a show, you will see lots of jeeps and trucks and tanks and tracked vehicles, but you hardly see any original bicycles. This is my January 1942 all original paint Huffman-made US Army bicycle, one of about 77,000 made, but only today maybe 100 are known in the world. So it's very rare, it's very complete, it's very original, and it's very fun to ride. Other thing is that these bikes were made by Huffman and by Westfield Columbia, and Columbia also made a women's model, a female model for army nurses, for the Women's Army Corps, and so on. I should have brought my wife with her bicycle then.
Thanks, Johan. A very beautiful bicycle, and I hope you can see you driving around a bit further today.
Okay, thank you.
So we're driving here in the Willys Jeep of my friend Keith, who we talked about earlier on the parade. I think about 3,000 to 4,000 people are attending the event today. It's a huge success. Very happy to be part of it. We're at the end of Oeselgem show. I think there were about 3,000 to 4,000 visitors today. We sold a lot of items. Our two friends are still here. We brought them today to have a better experience for everybody. Just I dressed them up with stuff you can find all on the website. All items are for sale. This is our new banner from the new website. Very proud to be part of this event. I hope you had fun watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube page. It's very important for us. That way we can reach more people in the world with our videos. Thanks very much, and bye.